We say things change with time. What do you mean by it? Well, we mean that there is something which is going on which is not what it used to be a minute ago, a second ago. We change every minute, we change every hour, but it changes the essence of life. But how do you call something has changed? Change refers to movement, change refers to alteration, change refers to modification, change refers to anything which is different from what it used to be. If you examine things biologically and go back to cells, you find that every second molecules are moving, molecules are changing, they are being converted, reconverted. That is, they are being altered, modified, polymerized, decomposed. In other words, metabolism is occurring all the time. From small molecules, you find large molecules being formed, and from large molecules, you find some kind of degradation. That is, they are being broken down into smaller ones. So the change is occurring every second in our life. And change is evident everywhere. It may not be perceptible to you as you might be sitting in your table and wondering about what things are and how life has moved on. And you may feel a bit stultified and, you may feel that nothing is changing. In fact, things are changing. Just imagine the movement of Earth per second, per mile. You will be amazed. The Earth is moving around the sun with a tremendous speed. The velocity of wind, the movement of clouds, all these things change with time. The flow of water in the river, the waves on the surface of the ocean. All these things refer to change. The change, of course, is taking place everywhere, in every phenomenon, in every aspect, in every atom. Well, you may say that nothing is changing, but think about the spinning of electrons around the nucleus. It's changing, it's moving. Movement is change. Some kind of change is occurring in all animals and plants and every being on earth, even non-living stuff. Just imagine what has happened to the beginning of life and think about embryonic life. The life begins from zygote, changes into embryo after a while, and you see that in triploblastic animals, three germ layers are formed, and from these germ layers, you find different tissues being emerged and different tissues organized to give rise to organs, and organs organized to give rise to systems and so on. Even in the embryonic life, you find that the young ones, in some cases, give rise to a baby. It's called larva, and the larva also undergoes some kind of change that's called metamorphosis. And in metamorphosis, you will find the changes occurring. That is, the larva is getting more complex, and finally, the larva develops into the adult. In some cases, you find that the larva is definitely changing, but it's changing not for the progression, but for the retrogression. That's called retrogressive metamorphosis, which you find in certain animals. But the changes are occurring. You cannot say that the retrogressive changes are not a change. After all, change is occurring. So what you see in life and things around you, the changes, it's imperceptible. It may not be visible to you all the time, but just imagine what's happening in your body. You'll be amazed how many things are taking place in your body in all the systems. Even in the brain, when you're sleeping, your memory molecules are being processed, and some short-term memory becomes converted into medium-range memory, and the medium range is finally transformed or modified into long-range memory, or the long-range memory storage is also getting depleted over time. So change is occurring whether this way or that way. It's an essence of life.